Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
Right now on HHS In Depth, you'll get the district's latest take on the coronavirus outbreak and what SACS is doing right now to prepare themselves for what the future could bring.
Homestead's media program competed in the annual IASB state competition earlier this week, and you will find out how they did this year.
Plus, meet a student entrepreneur right here at Homestead who is designing his own line of apparel. It's great to be with you on this Thursday. Hello everyone, I'm Cora Shaw.
And I'm Carly Flanagan. The world is dealing with the recent outbreak of the coronavirus, which has hit Northeast Indiana as well. But what does that mean for students and staff here at Homestead?
Reporter Andre Sentliver caught up with SACS Superintendent Dr. Downs to get his official statement on what the future could entail for our school district.
Recently hitting national news, the Wuhan coronavirus, or COVID-19, has been a worry to many people and is a popular discussion among students. SACS Superintendent Dr. Downs gives Homestead and the rest of the district more clarification on what this virus is.
The COVID-19 virus is what's called a novel virus, which means it's new, and so human beings do not have any sort of a resistance to it built up, nor is there a vaccine. And so it is likely to spread very, very quickly. We've only known about this disease for 10 weeks, and so that's not a lot of time to study it. And that's part of the danger in this, is how quickly it's spreading, given the fact that we are still trying to catch up with exactly how the disease works. At this point, it seems that for children or for young people, that it functions like a bad cold or flu. It's with older adults or people with compromised immune systems that there seems to be more of a concern, which is similar to the flu. But again, remember, this is a new virus and we're not sure how it's going to mutate yet.
While students may not be affected much, others can be, and although the effects are different, we should be wary and prepare for any outcome.
The best thing is basic hygiene practices. Mostly wash your hands with soap. Soap is really good at killing viruses, and if you can't use soap, an alcohol-based hand wash with something over 60% is what they recommend. When you have to cough or sneeze, sneeze into a tissue or a handkerchief or your shirt sleeve, not your hand. If you do, go wash your hand. The recommendations right now is if you know you've been in contact with someone who has it, you should self-quarantine for 2 weeks and monitor your temperature twice a day. If you begin to develop the symptoms, you're going to want to contact your doctor and see what their recommendations are. But typically at that point, then you're going to want to isolate yourself so that you don't infect other people.
Avon and South Bend have closed down, as well as many other schools nationwide. This concerns SACS department, as we may close school if the virus spreads much further.
Given that Avon has closed schools, I think it is possible that we will be recommended to close some schools. I don't know if all schools would be closed. The recommendation in those cases is to close for a 4-week period of time. Right now, the superintendents in all of the schools in Allen County, including the private schools, have been meeting with the Board of Health to kind of work out the logistics of how that would work. It is not something that we hope happens, but we need to be prepared to be able to do it if the situation gets to that point. If you are interested, on our main website, there is a page. As you scroll down, you'll see the big news story is information about COVID-19. You can click on that and there's links to the CDC and the Allen County Board of Health site and some other information on there as well that we'll keep updating as we get more information.
Dr. Downs will keep in touch with the Indiana Health Department and the CDC to make sure that our students and staff will remain safe and healthy. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Andre Sentliver.
Students, once you enter the lunchroom, you must remain there for your assigned lunch period. No one is permitted to roam the hallways, go to classrooms, or go into the gym. No food or drink will be carried outside of the lunchroom unless unopened or covered. These rules will be enforced during all lunch periods.
Senior experienced students, Make sure to always have your green ID when entering and leaving the school. Also, be sure to keep your phone out of sight once in school, even if you have finished classes for the day. The cell phone policy is always in effect, whether you have scheduled classes or are just visiting a teacher during office hours.
Homestead freshman student Madeline Fong had a very successful experience at the Northeast Indiana Regional Science and Engineering Fair this past weekend at PFW. Madeline's work won second place overall in the senior division, the Earth and Environmental Science Excellent in Category Award, the Office of Naval Research Naval Science Award, the RICO Sustainable Development Award, the NOAA Taking the Pulse of the Planet Award, the Huntington University Outstanding Achievement in the Biological Sciences Award, and the Scientific and Regulatory Consultants Incorporated Best Study Design. She has also been invited to the 2020 Hoosier Science and Engineering Fair to compete in the senior division on March 28th. Be sure to congratulate Madeline.
Are you an honor roll recipient for the 2019-2020 fall semester? Check the bulletin board in the hall across from Student Services or with your advisor to see if your name is on the list. Parent Club volunteers and administrators will be in the cafeteria today during all lunch periods to hand out your honor roll certificate and a special treat.
The SAT-ACT prep class will begin a new session on Tuesday, March 17th for math and Wednesday, March 18th for verbal. Classes run for 6 weeks from 5:30 to 7:30 in the evening. Sign up for one or both sessions. You will receive the College Board SAT book with your registration. Go to www.teachthemlive.com to sign up. A new option exists for the math-only session. You can now join the live class from home so you don't have to be in the room. Choose the online version if that's more your style.
There will be a cheer call-out parent and student meeting on Wednesday, March 25th at 6 p.m. in the freshman seminar room. Please enter through door 26 that night.
National Honor Society junior and senior members. T-shirts are in and are still being distributed. Today is the final day to go to the back of the cafeteria during lunch to pick up your shirt.
And now here's a roundup of all the clubs meeting at Homestead over the next week. Anime Club meets after school today in room 924. Film Club meets next Tuesday after school in Mrs. Ricker's room 113. And the Acoustic Music Club meets each Friday that school is in session in room 117 from 2:45 to 3:30. So next week, be sure to take your instrument and go jam for a while.
Earlier this week, students within the Homestead Media Department attended their annual state competition at the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters in Indianapolis. Here's reporter Jenna Lane with a recap of this year's event.
IASB has an annual conference which includes an awards ceremony and series of workshops led by professionals in the radio and television field. 40 students from each school are allowed to attend and submit projects that will be judged by experts.
IASB stands for the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters, which is an association that came together with people that were involved in the media to help out high schools with their broadcasting programs. They will bring in professionals from throughout the state or even the regional area to talk and give advice to kids that are looking into getting into the field. But it's really the one validation I think our kids have and the most competitiveness that they'll have, and to see what they're doing and compare that to students at other high schools within the state to see who's actually doing the best in the field.
New experiences and opportunities allow students to further their skills at IASB every year.
So this is my second year going to IASB. I've been in the program for 2 years. I did intro last year, and this year is my first year I'm going as a participant. Now that I know what I'm doing and that I know how to enter and all that kind of stuff, I felt really more welcomed, so it was really fun.
I've been in the radio and television program for 1 year, and this is my first time going to IASB. Overall, my experience at IASB was pretty good. I liked hanging out with my friends, and I liked seeing my school win TV School of the Year. We had a pretty good year. A lot of people did win first place, so that was good.
I have been in the radio program for 3 years, and I have been going to IASB for 3 years as well. This year I had a good year, but I would say last year was probably my better year because I got first in the spot prod category and I got second in a radio interview.
Students work hard to put forth their best work and strive to win awards for their projects.
Throughout the years, we've been involved with tons of different awards, and there's no doubt in my mind that IASB is the most competitive. So in both Mr. Dunn and my eyes, when our students do well at this, we know they're really good.
I entered into a music video, and then I also entered into a radio show with my friend Cora. So it really means a lot to know that all of our hard work has paid off, and we are now Indiana's best high school radio show.
Competitors take away a lot from this conference and appreciate the impact it has on the radio and TV program.
I would say that IASB is important to me because it makes me feel like I'm actually doing something well. It is important to the program as well because it shows people in and out of the school that Homestead has a really good broadcasting program, and it gives us a name around the state.
I feel like radio and television kids don't get enough credit that they deserve because they do a lot of editing, and every day they're working really hard before and after school. So IASB gives them the chance to get an award for their hard work that they're doing.
IASB offered a great experience for Homestead students, and the program is very happy with the results from this year, hoping to improve even more by the time next year's conference rolls around. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Jenna Lane.
There are many students at Homestead aspiring to be an entrepreneur, but here's reporter Gabe Musu with a story over one who has already begun creating his own line of apparel.
Some kids have dreams of being a fireman or a doctor, while student Quan Goss wants to be an entrepreneur. The young businessman has used his skills in graphic design to make t-shirts and sell them for profit. Through his pieces, Quan wants to spread acceptance and self-love.
I started designing last year in early April, but I started designing clothes in like September. With every piece that I make, it's really about like just be yourself and be comfortable in your body. Don't let nobody bring you down or tell you different that you can't do anything in life. Anything is possible. Everything that inspires my shirt designs are from things that I wear or that I see, or like from one of my favorite fashion brands such as Raf Simons or Undercover.
This year, Quan wants to make his footprint in the business world and explore new possibilities.
To expand and have more people know me and buy more of my stuff, and I can get my message out even more. I want to just start making more things out of my comfort zone, like sweaters, knit sweaters, hoodies, jeans, pants, even down to like socks and merchandise like that.
If you have any questions for Quan about graphic design or want to support his message, contact him via student email. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Gabe Musu.
Unfortunately, our basketball season ended earlier than we wanted, but the gymnastics team is on its way to the state finals this weekend.
Ashton Hackman gets you caught up on the past week of Homestead athletics. The Locker Report is next.
You're watching The Locker Report with Sports Director Ashton Hackman and Sports Reporter Caleb Wood. Your source for Spartan athletics.
After a tough run at sectionals, the boys basketball season has officially come to an end. Caleb Wood takes a look at the final games for the Homestead Spartans.
Back out to Huntington North on Friday, the boys basketball team faced off in the sectional semifinals against the Southside Archers. Junior Luke Goody putting up the first points on the board for the Spartans, with many more to come, putting up a total of 30 points on the night. Goody gets the rebound off the glass and brings it back for Alec Grinsfelder to lay it up just before the half, putting the Spartans up by 9 over Southside. Later on, Andrew Leeper showing his athleticism under the rim as well as slamming it in for 2. A high-scoring game for both teams, with Homestead coming out on top, winning this one 84-63 and moving on to the sectional semifinals the next night against New Haven. The Bulldogs getting out with an early lead, very aggressive under the net. Archbold to Goody outside the arc and drains a three-pointer. Homestead students getting excited, the Spartans fighting their way back in the fourth quarter but finishing just 2 points shy of New Haven. The boys finished their season with a 16-9 record. For the Locker Report, I'm Caleb Wood.
Congratulations to the Homestead gymnastics team for their runner-up title at regionals this past weekend, missing the first place win by only 0.5 of a point. Freshman Gina Zerilli placed first in all events and was the all-around regional champion. Senior Megan Carr got fourth in the region for the floor exercise.
I had a pretty good meet today. I hit all of my routines, and that was just exciting. We had a couple mess-ups here and there, but overall I think we had a pretty good meet, and I think we'll definitely be able to come back and hit it at state.
Good luck to the Homestead gymnastics team as they compete at state. That begins at 1 p.m. at Ball State University. The girls track and field team began their season with strong performances last Friday night at Indiana Wesleyan University. Julia Dvorak finished second in the 3,200-meter run and moved into second on Homestead's all-time best list at that distance. The 4x4 relay team of Riley Jones, Grace Stedge, Sophia White, and Dvorak finished first, as did the distance medley relay team of Mia Faber, Mackenzie McConaughey, Ryan Parrish, and Angelina Sudlicek. In field events, junior Josie Gary won the pole vault with a jump of 11 feet. They will be in action Saturday morning at Indiana Wesleyan University. Be sure to follow us on social media for the latest HHS sports updates, and good luck to the Homestead Gymnastics team as they gear up for state on Saturday. That will do it for sports. Now here's Drew with the forecast for this extended weekend.
And now, your weekend weather forecast with weatherman Drew Persinger.
Hey there, Homestead. I'm Drew Persinger. This is the Drew Point, and due to our flex day this weekend, we've got a bit of a longer forecast to take a look at. Starting tonight with a high of 59 degrees and some rain, then going into Friday with clouds and a high of 48. Then on Saturday, we're going to see the sun with a high of 45, and once again on Sunday with another high of 45. That's your forecast for this weekend, Homestead. Now let's get back to Cora and Carly.
All right, thank you, Drew. And that's all for today's episode of HHS In Depth. I'm Cora Shaw.
And I'm Carly Flanagan. Thank you for watching today, and be sure to follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes looks at the show.
You can also watch past episodes on YouTube at Homestead High School Media.
For all of us here at HHS In Depth, have a great flex day tomorrow, and we'll see you back here again next week.